Ketamine, from club drug to antidepressant. Ketamine is used as an induction agent for anesthesia in both human and veterinary medicine, as well as less common uses for analgesia and bronchodilation. Ketamine rose to popularity as a club drug in the 1990s due to its dissociative and hallucinogenic effects. It is now a controlled substance, only to be administered by doctors or veterinarians for anesthetic use. But does ketamine have other uses? A recent article in Time magazine highlighted its possible use as an antidepressant. This short video describes how ketamine achieves this and the benefits it has over traditional antidepressants. Ketamine is an NMDA receptor antagonist, which blocks the action of inhibitory interneurons in the brain. This allows AMPA channels to be activated by glutamate, resulting in synaptogenesis. This is believed to be the mechanism for depression treatment. Chronic stress is observed to cause atrophy of neurons in the limbic brain regions which are linked to depression, mainly the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. Ketamine-induced synaptogenesis combats this by creating new neurons and increasing volume in these areas. This will increase the capacity of these areas to function and hence relieve the symptoms of stress-induced depression. Conventional antidepressants are a range of drugs designed to increase the concentrations of neurotransmitters in the brain. Most are associated with serotonin or catecholamines. These are only effective in a third of patients, even when multiple drugs are used, and will have a delayed onset of action, usually 6 weeks or more. Side effects can be very harmful, especially when taking more than one antidepressant, and in some cases, they can even increase the risk of suicide. Ketamine, however, is different in that it has an immediate effect on the patient, dramatically alleviating depression and sustaining it for up to 7 days post-infusion. The mechanism is not definitively known, however, several theories do exist. It is thought that this effect is due to changing metabolism within areas of the brain. Other studies show that ketamine's actions on sigma receptors aid in neurogenesis and contribute to its antidepressant effects. The speed at which ketamine alleviates depression is a major advantage to reducing suicidal tendencies that can arise during the delayed onset experienced with other antidepressants. It also has a dramatic effect on patients who are resistant to other forms of treatment and could work well as a potential adjuvant therapy. The disadvantages stem from its ability to cause dependence. Neurotoxicity could also be an issue in high doses or prolonged periods, as well as inducing psychotomimetic or other side effects. However, these problems are largely controlled by the small dose and careful monitoring by medical professionals, and the advantages for its use far outweigh the risks. Current and future research is aiming not just to further understand how ketamine works, but to explore new ways to activate the cascade ketamine is associated with. Drug interactions with AMPA channels are of particular interest to produce a similar effect to ketamine with a more sustained response and reduced side effects. Studies in rats have shown that females show greater sensitivity to antidepressant effects of ketamine than males, suggesting a critical role for gonadal hormones in this process, and it suggests hormones as a possible adjuvant therapy to increase efficacy of ketamine treatment. In summary, ketamine is an effective antidepressant therapy that rapidly alleviates depression by antagonizing NMDA channels and stimulating neurogenesis. The advantages of its use far outweigh the risks associated with it, and with future research into cellular mechanisms, ketamine and similar drugs could provide the next generations of antidepressants.